right, it is time for Money Monday. You know, more and more people are getting their stimulus checks in their bank accounts. You've probably gotten yours if you get direct deposit, but what to do with all of that sudden money? You probably have some ideas. If you'd like some advice, we have just the right person to talk to. Should we save it, protect our home, spend it to help boost the economy, maybe something else? Well, Gary Gygi with Gygi Capital Management joins us via Zoom. And Gary, we want to talk about this stimulus, what it could do and what people should be thinking about. You know, the thing that you sent me a really great article from the Wall Street Journal. And one of the things I found so interesting is how much savings and checking accounts have changed over the last year. So that there was, I think, Americans as a whole had $11.4 trillion in saving and checking in 2019. And at the end of 2020, $14.1, $3 trillion, almost more in checking and savings accounts. That's pretty amazing.
To savings, Max. I've kind of lost your sound right now, so maybe they can bring that back. But,
oh, okay. Yeah, I was just mentioning how much more savings there is in American checking and savings accounts now compared to last year.
It is. So I've got you back now. And so the savings is amazing how much. And so people made rational decisions last year. Some people paid down debt. Some people put it in the savings. About a third of the people spent it. And I would imagine this next stimulus money, similar things are going to happen. But Max, there's so much that's built up in savings. At some point, I got to think that money's going to come out. That's consumer spending. So it'll be interesting to see what all that demand is going to do to the amount of supply that's out there in the market right now. And I just worry about the inflation aspect of that.
Let's talk about that real quickly, and then I want to get to what you think people should be thinking about for their own accounts and how they deal with that money. But you are concerned about inflation, and that's because a whole bunch of demand for stuff once life gets somewhat back to normal means that there might not be enough stuff, right? And that means prices go up.
Yeah, that's true. And a little bit of inflation, Max, is good. And some of the money is going to go into areas where it needs to go. The hotels, the bars, restaurants, all of that travel-related hospitality and leisure stuff. So I think money's going to flow into that. That's good. And so it'll be interesting to see what the airlines do with airfares and if it's going to impact on that. But some of the money flowing to those areas is welcome. We need that. Those are the areas that are suffering the most. And I hope that things do open up to a point where people are comfortable traveling, going to restaurants, and doing all the leisure hospitality stuff that they're used to doing. That'll be a good aspect of this. But what you're talking about is demand on products, and that's a potential problem, particularly maybe in the commodity area like foods, pork, beef, all types of commodity products. I think that's already started to move up, and so that may continue, and so over the spring, summer months, we'll be watching that to see what happens, but I am concerned about that.
And we are out of time. I'm about to make my producer really mad, but I promised our viewers that I was going to ask you about how they should be thinking about their money. And so real quickly, if you were just sitting down and talking with someone, you would ask them what? Do you have any high interest debt? Do you have enough savings and then spend? Is that kind of how you go about it?
It is. And so if they have some high interest rate credit card debts, that's the first thing I would encourage them to do is pay those down absolutely quickly. And if they're lacking in savings, they don't have an emergency fund, I think that's probably a good place to go second. But don't forget, go out and have a little bit of fun, because we've all been in our homes for a year. And so if you go out and have some fun, no harm, no foul.
All right. Gary Gygi, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time.
You bet. Good to be here.